Hi there, and welcome to this year-end yin yoga practice. Some things you might need for this practice are a journal and something to write with, and possibly something to sip on. Also, a few different size cushions, pillows, even towels or blankets rolled up will do just fine. And before we get too far in, if you'd like to do something else to ignite your senses, so I am lighting incense, I have a candle for visual, you can use essential oils, you can put on some music, anything that allows you to use your senses and bring you to the present moment throughout our practice. And once you get settled, we will start to create a nice, tall, seated meditation shape. Sitting up on a pillow is helpful. The ankles don't have to crisscross. They can stagger one in front of the other. And you can always put props under knees to support your hips. We're going to, again, use our senses to find some presence. So if you would like, if your mind is really busy, you can just start to look around your room and notice what is here. Just acknowledging an object, moving on to another, noticing all the visuals that you might be able to anchor to right here, right now. And then if you can, start to close the eyes and maybe tune into what you hear in this present moment. Feeling your body touching your mat or your cushion. And slowly feeling your breath flowing in and out. Invite your hands to your knees and begin to take some big circles in one direction. Inhaling through half the circle, exhaling through the other half. Going in the opposite direction, just feeling the hips, feeling the low back, feeling yourself ground deeper into this present moment. And then we will find center, let the eyes soften. And allow yourself to meditate on, daydream about, notice what went well this past year. So just keeping your eyes closed, maybe repeating the question, what went well this year? Just noticing what comes in for you. And of course, if you'd like, you can grab your journal and jot down anything. There's plenty of time for that. So maybe just really noticing what went well for you this year. It's always nice to begin making new plans by noticing what is actually working, what is going well, and building from there. Once you have a little list of a few things, even if it's not as many as you'd like, if you didn't move as fast as you wanted this year, take a look at the list and cultivate a little gratitude or even celebrate within all of the hard work you put in over the last year to get here. Change often takes a little longer than we would like. So again, honoring all the little steps and little efforts you took to get you a little closer to those goals. Slowly, we're going to build pigeon pose or deer. So we'll start with our feet like butterfly, feet together, knees wide. And then we're going to invite one foot to come behind you. So you're flipping that leg upside down. You can stay here nice and tall and journal from this kind of upright seated shape. Or you can start to fold down towards a pillow or a yoga block. Continue adding as many props or pillows as you need so that you can really start to kind of relax and breathe big. For a little more, you can extend your back leg long for a full sleeping pigeon pose. And I sometimes like a cushion under the floating hip for these longer holds. And so settling in, first and foremost, just find a few big, slow breaths. All right, now that we know what was working and going well, ponder about what you want more of next year. And again, you can close your eyes and just repeat the question a couple times until something comes in. Maybe it's a visual, maybe it's a word, maybe it's a thought that just pops in. But what do you want more of next year? More time, more space, more resources, more energy, more connection, more community. Now don't edit this list. Don't start thinking about what actually makes sense and what's possible and not possible. This is just asking yourself what you want more of next year. I know that daydreaming can seem frivolous, but without the daydream, without the dreaming up and envisioning what we want, if there were no barriers, what would we want? This is what expands us and allows us to actually go start creating the things we want. Because we've been practicing visualizing it, seeing it. Then we start talking about it. We start taking actions towards what we want. All because we allowed ourselves to dream about it. Very slowly, you can unwind back to that seated shape for a moment. Take your time here. You can even review your journaling right now, or just slowly start to move your way into pigeon on the other side. So we'll flip the other leg under, but remember that each side is different, each day is different. And so this side might want a different shape here. First and foremost, we want to be able to breathe big and allow the body to relax as we settle into a shape on this side. On this side, the question we have is, what seeds need planting? So if you were aiming to grow all of those things you wanted more of in a garden, and you had to go to a store and pick out the packet of seeds, what would be in that packet? Think about one word as a seed. So do you need more trust? Do you need more space? Do you need more vitality? Do you need more sleep? Do you need more love, more confidence? What seeds need planting in order to get you all of those things you're wanting more of? after you have a little list of all the seeds, use the next few weeks, months, up until springtime really, to narrow down which seeds would be the most potent. If you could only pick one or two seeds, which ones would those be? These can become the intention for your entire year moving forward. Have a big decision to make. How does it align with that seed? Come to hands and knees to create child's pose. You can put pillows under the ankles or even on top of your ankles between your heels. Elbows can come to a block or even your chest or forehead all the way down. Taking a few breaths. Maybe with your forehead resting here on the earth, on your hands, or even on a yoga block. Just allowing your attention to go inwards. As we begin to ponder, what weeds need pulling? What weeds are getting in the way of a more fruitful harvest each year? Are these habits? Are these mindsets? Are they patterns? Are they people, places, things? Allow yourself to be really honest here. Because if we can start to slowly pull these weeds year after year, we start to get a handle on them and they aren't as overwhelming. So jot down a few things that you could consider as hindrances to your growth. So now that we have a list of the weeds to look out for, what tools do you have in your toolbox, or do you need to add to your toolbox to help deal with these weeds, these things that get in the way? Tools like exercise, meditation, journaling, breath work, nature, art, music, dance, crystals, essential oil, therapy, friends, family. What are the tools that are going to help you weed out the garden so that your seeds can thrive? Very slowly, you can start to rise up out of your child's pose. We're going to come around to a seated shape before we lie down on our back. If you'd like, you can take a moment before we lie down in our final meditation to just kind of glance over anything you've written down. And if you haven't written anything down yet, don't worry. You can always do this again in your journal later. I'll have the questions written down in the description box below. Okay, this final shape has lots of different options. I'm going to set up for supported fish, where I have one big prop under my upper back, and then something for my head to rest on. This could be one long pillow, a towel rolled up, it could be a bunch of pillows. If you don't have anything that works here, you can just lay down on the ground. And you can create your legs long and wide. You can take a butterfly shape. Or you can even find your legs landing in a crisscross applesauce shape here. Letting the heart softly open and the body relax. Taking a few more big, long, slow breaths. And beginning to visualize yourself standing in earth. Maybe it's grass or dirt or rock or sand. Just notice yourself here in earth. And slowly, footstep by footstep, you start to walk down a path. You come across a little spot that represents your garden. So just noticing what's here from all your work from the previous year. What blossomed? What was fruitful? Slowly take a walk through your little garden, just noticing if anything needs to be tended to. Does something need nourishment, need water? Do you see a few weeds that need pulling? Or maybe you need to clear out big sections, throw them in a burn pile, and make room for new. Now that you have cleared out and made some space, start to make some plans for where you're going to plant your seeds for next year. Even if you're not sure what seeds you're planting, start to tend to the space and prepare it for the new growth. Taking one more stroll through your garden. Remembering that you can come back here to nurture this space anytime you need. Slowly, you can bring a little stretch into the body. And from whatever shape you landed in, we will roll to one side fetal pose. And then from there, we will press ourselves up to a seated shape. Of course, you can take a moment to jot down anything that came up as you were wandering through the garden. But know that the entire season of winter was designed for this inner work. So let it unfold in the way it needs to. Revisit, adjust, until you finally find that intention or goal that will keep you moving through the next year. If you land on a word to represent your year or a few big goals, post them somewhere where you can see them regularly, reminding you to journey inwards to your garden, to continue to nurture whatever is needed as you move through your year. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and year. I'll see you real soon.